Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, why is it beeping twice? Hello there, and oh god, w Hello, sir. Thank you, Aiden, for the 5 subs. Really do appreciate that. And I make sure this is all working smoothly. Why do you keep doing double alerts? Make sure that's all good. Anyway, how are people doing? Let's make sure this all just works nicely. Because why is it doing double? Oh. Thank you for the 100 bits, King. Thank you very much. This was not the start I was expecting. I really, really appreciate it. Hang on. And thank you for the 10 bits as well, sir. How's it going? Pretty well. I'm a little tired because I had to get up silly early for a meeting. Went back, slept, and I just recently woke up again. But hoping everyone else had a decent day. Before we go back into Legacy of Kain. The world of Nosgoth. Alright. Doing okay about the cold. Oh yeah, you got our cold as well as being cold. It was just cold. And supposedly we had snow and ice last night, but it was gone within, I don't know, an hour. As soon as the sun rose. Alright. Grab the controller. Grab that. Alright, let's launch. Why? Now you give the pings. Why is it doing it now?
Kain refused the sacrifice.
Again, why is it doing them twice? You've already alerted me of these. OBS. So why are you doing it twice? Choo choo. Yes. Anyway, I will have to look into those settings later. Because I'm not sure what's changed. Oh yeah, music is loud. Anyway. Last time we did this, we arrived in this time period, said hello to Mobius, who told us, go and kill Kain for me. Though not before finding the Reaver that's laid where it was after it was broken in its fight against Kain and Blood Omen. We touched it, it did some shenanigans, it fixed itself, and now we can summon the Reaver whenever we want. At the cost of, while making it much stronger, it will now eat me. Also, time and space got a bit wibbly-wobbly around the Reaver. Also, Mr. Elder God himself is also chilling out down here. And, you know, being the cosmic entity that he is aware of time being a bit weird. Ow. We need to go this way. Still not sure what I want to do for a third game on my list to replace Dark Souls 3. Go.
I surfaced into a very different landscape. The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
Hello, Mr. Vampire Hunter Lady.
Prepare to die.
What I need. Health. Yeah. Slip a little poly skull. Anyway, we can get it through this place now. Boot.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first, I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
We're being followed. Well, that was kind of ours to begin with his spooky birds. Come on. You get the swamp. Walking through the marsh is an absolute nightmare. That lady. Doing is better cold. Doing a day work is okay. That's so good. It's all for us going stuffing no town body, lack of sleep. Yeah, I know that feeling. Another save point. I'll go. Rogue. Yep. That's a really big skull on these lanterns. I've not got that.
There appeared to be a passage here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Perhaps we will. Anyway.
There's one.
No, you. And now we're up here.
My lurking friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these ruins even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine, too, was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
Well, it's a good thing we have that. Kelly Barber. He's on through. Poke. There we go. Yeah, I can't climb those walls. Alright. Come on. Give me a soul because I need it.
Throughout this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race and the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally inhuman adversaries. These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
Lore. Very cool. It is cool. Yeah, the puzzles in this one are not block puzzles anymore, thank God. They are more level related. I just trying to figure out what to do around the place. Go away, slower. Slower. Back. Ow. Also, I'm pretty sure these are meant to be ancient vampire skeletons, why they're burning up when you eat the souls. Okay. Grab a light. Spin this way. And we grab this pillar. No, other pillar. Right. I like to think this is one among the few games that will teach you how to often, like, look up, stupid, and your solution might be above you. That did a thing. Yeah, I don't need to deal with you guys. See you later. Come here, I want to eat you. Drift back. Oh, we need to go up here. Anyway, obvious. The puzzle solution is obvious. We need to get up there. We sure as heck can't jump high enough for it. So we shall just bend reality. Things are wibbly and wobbly in the spectral realm. Reaver is so cool. A shame that it kills me. It's also very convenient. This ancient ruin is perfectly suited to our abilities. Grab this. We have a dish. We bring over here. The thing in the thing. Anyway.
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control, and I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades. And health. Anyway, Dark Reaver obtained. If I'm remembering it rightly, it is slightly more powerful than the default Reaver. And like the Fire Reaver I could have in the first
Now
game,
I
it will
understood
vanish when
the
I switch to
purpose of
the
mysterious
Spectral Realm.
basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
Shame I don't have the fire ability still from the first game, where I can just hold over fire.
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognized this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I
Darkness.
could return and gain entry.
Anyway, time to backtrack. Which, if there's one critique about this particular game, it's the backtracking.
You're a ragged excuse for a savior.
Vorador.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction or their salvation?
Neither.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Sarafan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Sarafan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the Pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, Even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the Ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
Away he go.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
Right. You do not have the Reaver. I do after a fashion.
Here it comes.
Not that he's aware of it.
Over there!
And the doggo is barking, as he does. Just like just make faster just doing this. Okay. Oh, well to God.
Ah, my wayward child returns.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
There's everyone's trying to subvert you. Are you one of those trying to subvert you? Don't turn my words against me. I forever will enjoy Sassy Raziel. Oh yeah, this. Boiling, glowing water, whatever this is. We should be back at the pillars. Anyway, shiny pillars. I say shiny, they're black and corrupted now. And I need a snack. Ow. Come here. I do too. There are some games have not aged well. Like this game's combat is very jank. It feels very I'm not sure how to describe it, like roto as hell, Souls-like almost. But it's so simple and not the most responsive. Thankfully, I don't have to fight everyone I meet.
There's one.
Yep. Quick save. Right, back into the lake. That way. Back Reaver, in you go. Grab that. Ow. Next temple.
These
fighter game,
murals
eh?
left no room for doubt.
Soul Vampire
These
dude, yes.
winged creatures were indeed the architects of the pillars. And while the images were difficult to decipher, the pillars appeared to banish or diminish their enemies somehow.
Well, you missed us acquiring the Dark Reaver, Sayuri. So we now got a purple one. How you doing? Ow. There you have it. Kip. Alright, doing good, just finished cleaning. Make plenty of lunch. Hooray! Lunch is good. Anyway, time for the pseudo-Egyptian looking temple. And I remember being stumped quite badly as a kid in this. Shift. No. Bigger, angrier, slower. If it was obvious, don't go towards that. It will murder me. Immediately. Grab this. Come on. Come on, die. Thank you. A dark Reaver for that. Just set this up now. You can stop mauling me for a moment. Buddy needs to go first. I'll die. Give me that. That's sorted. Now we just push this back. If I do have you, you're going to keep eating me, aren't you? this way. All these boys who I don't need to fight. Ow. Well, thank you for the push. Is there a portal for me? Alright, I need a portal. There we go. What I was looking for. That's progress. I need the Dark Reaver. Hi, buddies. Oh yeah, these spirit font. I don't know what to call them. I don't know what to call them. Spirit men, wraiths, ghosts. They like to turn off the fonts. That's opened. This. Do the same thing for the other side. Now, a fun function of the Dark Reaver that is not really explained to you, I don't think. I remember being utterly stumped, or I just didn't read. It has an extra function you can do with those eyes. They want me to fight everything, don't they? Alright. Be careful not to eat too many hits. Kick him in. Grab the thing. Thank you for the hydration stretch. No way I can't do this part yet. So I'm pretty sure both jumps require gliding. Yep. On the upside, however, it stops the enemies from spawning, so I shall hold on to it for the moment. Because I need this. And you know, I've put the thing down, it has now already walked back to where I picked it up to begin with, so I gotta go and blind it again. Yay! So back up to see. Hooray, welcome back. Yes, my Dark Reaver. Because I no longer have access to the Fire one, and I don't have the other abilities. Like the Glyphs, which I'm so sad they've never come back. So what I have left is the Reaver. And the quest for the game seems to be mostly is just reinforcing the Reaver with different elements. Vertical void. I mean, you're not incorrect, it's darkness. The void in Destiny's case is more gravity than dark, but still. Point stands. Boing. Anyway. Praise the sun. Light.
I plunged the Reaver into the forge and imbued the blade with the elemental power of light. Thus armed, I now had the means to re-enter the stronghold and finally use Mobius's time-streaming device to accomplish my own ends.
More health. And the Reaver has used a lot of the promotional material for Soul Reaver 2. Like, the Reaver's usually always the default blue, but nearly all promotional material for Soul Reaver 2 was the Light Reaver, there's a yellow one. And the light arrow from Zada, so pretty. Yeah. Let's get back in the stronghold. It's a shame that the Reaver no longer keeps me sustained. Oh, do I have to activate the thing again? Somewhere some guard is very annoyed they're having to put the gate back down again. Okay, quick save. Because I'm going to need it for what's next. I'd say it's kind of cool to say there's one plot point I have to ask. Why do they have a giant water-based door for assuming maybe ships and boats in this tiny ass lake? Water, but sadly ain't no water temple in this game. Whoosh. That's the next game.
Drums!
Poke, 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 poke. Whatever, I'm aware. Ba, 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 ba.
Show yourself, Kain.
Here, Raziel. Everything is decided here. You cannot comprehend the magnitude, the rapture and the tragedy of this moment. And yet you must.
If Nosgoth is to be dragged from the wreckage of its damnation, I understand only this, Kain. That you and Mobius have impelled me to this moment simply means I can trust neither of you. I don't know who's pulling the strings, but it no longer matters, because I'm cutting them. I set my own course from here.
If it were only that simple.
Your fatalism is tiresome, Kain.
And profoundly ingrained, Raziel. You must understand, our presence here doesn't alter history. You and I meet here because we are compelled to. We have always met here. History is irredeemable. Drop a stone into a rushing river. The current simply courses around it and flows on as if the obstruction were never there. You and I are pebbles, Raziel, and have even less hope of disrupting the time stream. The continuum of history is simply too strong, too resilient. Except, then how do we explain William here? The beloved boy king turned tyrant. In my youth, I witnessed William's rise to power and his transformation into the nemesis who laid waste to Nosgoth.
Keep your distance, Kain.
Years later, I stumble upon a chance to journey back in history, unaware that the entire affair has been carefully orchestrated by Mobius. In my wisdom, I seize this opportunity to murder the young king before he can ravage Nosgoth, and thereby provide the catalyst Mobius needs to ignite a genocidal war against our race.
I warn you, no further.
This one reckless act unravels the skein of history. The nemesis never becomes the nemesis. William dies a martyred saint. I, the vampire assassin, become the author of my own species' extinction, and Mobius profits from it all. I destroyed a tyrant only to create one far worse. But how can it be so? How, if history is immutable? The answer is here in this room, Raziel. Mobius propelled William and me together, but ensured first that we were both armed with the Soul Reaver. The Reaver is the key. Two incarnations of the blade meet in time and space. A paradox is created, a temporal distortion powerful enough to derail history.
Is this your sorcery?
Not mine, Raziel. Yours. You have nothing to fear from me, Raziel. You hold all of the cards.
Then perhaps I should test your sincerity. If what you say is true, you should be terrified. I could kill you here and now.
And so you do, Raziel.
What's happening?
We're hurtling towards our destinies, Raziel. What you feel is the pull of history rushing to meet us. This is where history and destiny collide. If you truly believe in free will, Raziel, now is the time to prove it. Kill me now, and we both become pawns of history, dragged down the path of an artificial destiny. I was ordained to assume the role of balanced guardian in Nosgoth, while you were destined to be its savior. But the map of my fate was redrawn by Mobius, and so in turn was yours.
This is madness!
Fight it, Raziel. This moment does not have to be an ending. It can become a prelude.
I can't.
You can, Raziel. Look inside and see that it is so. You have the power to reshape our inevitable futures. Poor William.
Thus history shifts.
What is this?
History, a pause, a paradox, Raziel. Even now, the time stream strains to divert itself, finding its old course blocked by your refusal to destroy me. The future is reshuffling itself to accommodate your monumental decision. This is where we restore ourselves, Raziel, and reclaim our intended destinies. It may yet be possible for me to assume my role as Balance Guardian and return the pillars to their rightful inheritors.
To the vampires.
And this is the destiny you have urged me to discover. I don't know what game you and Mobius are playing, Kain, but I refuse to be your pawn. Unlike you, I still revere whatever shred of humanity I've managed to preserve. You will not use me as the instrument of your messianic delusions.
Very well, Raziel. I'll not ask you to trust me. Your truths are for you to discover alone.
Humble words for one who presumes to teach me a lesson at every turn.
Then continue your journey and learn your own lessons, Raziel. Remember, Mobius led you here, but you walk away unfettered. A champion of free will and conqueror of false histories. There is much more for you to unearth, if you have the heart for the truth and the will to see it.
Yeah, a massive shift in story. Where, as he said, history says Kain dies here. But due to the paradox of the Reaver, because you know, we were able to bend time. And now have done something to the future. From this point onwards. Well. That's blocked off. No, we don't get the Reaver. That's staying where it is. Also because I don't think Raziel wants to really pick it up, because both times he's held it now, and both times it's made him do things he wouldn't really have wanted. The first time forced him to drain pretty much all his soul to restore it. The second time you just saw. Where it will seem to do everything in its power to try and kill Kain. As well as, you know, time and fate and destiny demanding Kain die. Bad. I mean, it's a soul-devouring sword.
Here it comes.
It's about as bad as whoever's wielding it. But the fact it'll eat the souls of whoever it kills is pretty concerning. In the case of Raziel, when Kain used it against him in the first game, it shattered. Not... I wouldn't call it a one-hit kill, but it will really mess up your day if you die to it. Souls. I'm a vampire. However, my hunger is souls. Also, I have no jaw. Like the Soul Reaver herself, I am my hunger of souls.
Here it comes.
So it looks odd, but it looks very cool though. Like his lower jaw got melted off when he got thrown to the whirlpool.
Over there.
Excuse me.
Seize him!
Almost overstrained to Reaver. Upside, makes the Reaver more powerful. Downside, it starts killing me fast. Because the Soul Reaver, at least my Wraith Reaver, is very hungry. Memories of our perfect net of uranium I have. Oh, I lost his jaw? Like it fell off?
The scourge is upon us.
Damn. Alright.
Ah, yes. I like that look on your face, Mobius. You really don't know what to do now, do you, old man? Here you are, caught without your damned staff. And I suspect things aren't progressing quite as you'd hoped. You're not used to the fly turning to confront you in your web, are you?
Kain's devious influence has poisoned your mind, Raziel. Now you see betrayal everywhere, even in your closest allies.
We were never allies, Mobius. Conspirators, perhaps. Briefly.
Why did you not kill Kain when you had the chance? He was at your mercy.
Precisely. I had a choice, and I chose mercy. And now I know your sordid little secret. The significance of that displacement I felt when the two Reavers came together. Strangely enough, I was enlightened by the devious Kain, not by you. In fact, I've learned much more than you counted on. I understand now how you've tried to manipulate all of history for your own personal gain. But now all your little schemes are whirling in ruin around you, aren't they? All because I chose to exert my will for once, rather than obey the demands of sorcerers and spirits and demons, all singing the same tiresome refrain, "Kill Kain." I'm setting my own path from here, Mobius. I intend to discover the truth behind all of this.
But you condemn us all with this impetuous act.
Hardly impetuous. It took all the will I could muster. Has my refusal to kill Kain reshuffled your carefully stacked deck of cards?
You really think that you're exercising your free will, Raziel? You're simply Kain's servant.
I do not serve Kain. I merely did not kill him.
Raziel, do not forget your purpose here. You are destined to be the savior of Nosgoth.
Oh, I'm sick of hearing that particular phrase. As for saving Nosgoth, so far I see precious little reason to bother. And I'll choose my own purpose from here on out, Time Streamer. Right now, I choose to manipulate you for a change. Go. In there.
What are you doing?
Come, Mobius. You're a cunning serpent. You'll piece it together, I imagine.
Sometimes everyone is trying to manipulate Raziel.
This era is of no further use to me. You will operate this device to provide me passage. I want to see the world in a simpler time, before the Sarafan began their crusade.
And what about Kain? You're leaving your quarry behind.
You kill him if it's so damned important.
You need only touch the 2 poles of the switch, and the device will transport you. But I urge you to reconsider.
You've lost your powers of persuasion, old man. Rot here and forget me.
So yeah. Mobius is trying to manipulate him to killing Kain for his own purposes. As the Time Streamer, he has literal omnipotent knowledge of the future and events, and can even sort of have I'm not sure how to describe it. Can have like knowledge of past and future, so if he has a conversation in the future, he can continue it again in the past if he meets that person again. And so he can manipulate events to be how he wanted them, like he did with Kain for the whole Nemesis nonsense. The Elder God is trying to manipulate him for its own reasons, supposedly as a kill Kain, as a supposed blight on Nosgoth. And then there's Kain, who we thought was manipulating him, and that's the reason why Raziel's in this decrepit state. But provided Raziel the means to quite literally break time and destiny to not kill him. Due to the fact of Reaver, 2 Reavers at time and space can break time. But in doing so, it's now given Raziel something very unique in this world for someone existing, since time and fate is kind of preordained, because screw you. Raziel now has true free will. He can do whatever he wants. They try, and a lot of times they do tend to succeed, because he tends to end up doing what they want unintentionally.
Even as I emerged from that infernal time-streaming chamber, I suspected treachery. The stronghold was vacant, derelict, and abandoned.
Anyway, demons. So we have now gone forward in time instead of back, which we asked for. And we are now in the time period, if I'm remembering rightly, of Blood Omen. Ow. because then the demons know our name. Also, I really love these demons' design. It looks so goddamn cool.
Demon!
Come on, they fight each other. We need to put this down. One thing they don't resist very well is the Reaver. There's one downside. They can follow me into the spectral realm. They don't care about if something's alive or dead. They can follow it. Because they are heavily tied to the power of Dimension, the pillar, I believe. Oh god, I'm dying. There we go. This poor dude. He just witnessed the blue vampire get annihilated by the demons. The demons disappear. Only for then the blue one to come back. That's rough. Indeed rough. You think one of the enemies you just fought is dead? No, it gets right back up. And this is the way I just came from. Back up. Like a Reader in Zelda. Yeah. Only the Reader in this particular equation can just bring itself back from being dead. Death is an inconvenience at best. Hang on. All the murals are completely faded. Take time.
If I had any doubts about the era I now occupied, this grotesque tableau certainly eliminated them. For here was Mobius, long since murdered by Kain, lionized and beatified as the martyred leader of his bloodthirsty crusade. And if I required further evidence, I needed only to behold the gruesome trophy Mobius held aloft. A severed head of Vorador. The final triumphant kill of Mobius's cutthroat mob. His execution marked the annihilation of the vampires. Far from channeling me into Nosgoth's past, Mobius had propelled me over a century to its ghastly future.
I love this poster.
Behind this little detour was unmistakable. Having failed to make me his obedient assassin, Mobius intended to keep me ignorant of my true destiny, which clearly lay in Nosgoth's past. While his deception only reinforced my purpose, Mobius had effectively stranded me here. This left me no course but to explore the era I now occupied and see what changes the century had wrought, following Kain's ill-fated decision. Perhaps time had cleared a path for me into the mountains, where I might unearth more clues behind the mystery of Janos Audron.
Janos. Hi, buddies. Give me one moment. Okay, screw you. Probably gonna drop dead in a moment. Especially those guys out there. Shift. I need souls. Bad. Hello. Eat light, Reaver. I use the Reaver too much.
Raziel.
What pathetic charade is this now, Mobius?
No charade, Raziel. Only the entreaties of this martyred spirit.
Your pleas mean nothing to me after all your deceit. You have propelled me into Nosgoth's future, Mobius, and left me stranded here.
I am truly sorry, Raziel, but it was necessary. Consider it the last valiant act of a doomed man. You have strayed from your purpose, and now behold the result. Gaze upon the wasteland you and Kain authored together.
I fail to see how I'm responsible.
You spared Kain, and by doing so, you have released a multitude of horrors upon this world. I can accept that Kain has murdered me, Raziel. As the Time Guardian, I foresaw that incident long before it occurred, and I take some small comfort in the fact that Kain remains the sole survivor of his vile breed. But you have single-handedly made my sacrifice meaningless.
Your argument is disingenuous, Time Streamer. I cannot see how killing or sparing Kain's future self would alter these events. This wasteland was created by Kain's original refusal at the Pillars. And amidst all these twists and turns, that event has never changed. You are cunning, Mobius, but I think you've gotten tangled in your own web.
As Kain clings to his precious seat of power, the pillars sink into a mire of decay, dragging all of Nosgoth down with them.
I don't think this has anything to do with the Pillars, or Kain's failure to sacrifice himself. I think you're simply afraid, because you don't know what he's up to. He's a wild card, isn't he? And you don't want his influence in your game. Which is why you wanted me to eliminate him. Well, now that he survived, you have no idea what's coming, do you? Maybe, for the first time in your entire life. You're terrified that he may have truly found a third option out of the dilemma you orchestrated for him.
Kain's lies have addled your mind. Leave this place and trouble my spirit no more.
If you even are a spirit, you've forgotten. I have a way to tell for sure. If you're willing to risk it. I didn't think so. Either way, you lose.
You're a spirit, are you? I have a way to make sure it is true to tell if you're a spirit. Nope, don't want that. Ow. Yeah, shifted. I was saying that Raziel was correct. The events of the world is mostly its current state is due to Kain of hull decay and because of his refusal choice to sacrifice himself as the last surviving vampire. The demons, however, are probably our fault. I want to do I'm the Terminator, I'll run and do what I want to do. Which is fine, but the problem is, well, no matter the decision you make, you're going to be doing someone's. Oh well, even if you mean it or not. Which is the issue Raziel has with literally everything he does. Because no matter what he picks, it's going to be benefiting someone. What he wanted list. Yep. This is why he wanted to go back to into the past to speak with Janos Ordrum. That was his choice. He wanted to do that. Granted on the advice of Vorador. He said, hell, he's super dead. You're way too late on that point. And they're like, alright then, I'll go back in the past. And talk to him then. Because he'll have some insights onto his situation. And that's his choice. Doggy doggy. I like to think he thinks he knows what he's doing. He's very much going by the seat of his pants. Or his non-existent pants. Man just wants his answers.
These were the pillars so familiar to my blighted eyes. But now that I had begun to learn their true significance, I regarded the pillars' destruction with a new, enlightened sense of horror. And I questioned now whether Kain's simple refusal, his mere ambition, could truly have caused such devastation. I felt that some darker influence was at work here. As I approached, I discerned the spirit of Ariel, bound here now for more than a century.
Forever am I bound, hope abandoned, my spirit tethered to this place. What destroyed the circle could not touch me, for I was newly dead and beyond harm's reach. I alone was spared the descent into madness, and Kain alone was spared the pain of death. When Napraptor's poison seized Kain even in the safety of the womb, much more than just his destiny was lost. All of Nosgoth lost balance. Consider us now, both of us less than we once were. I, pure but insubstantial, and Kain, terribly real, but corrupted.
Your imprisonment here has deranged you, Spirit. You fixate on Kain because you believe he is the tether that binds you here. But we both know he is not the author of your agony. The pillars were subverted by dark forces, invited by the Guardians themselves. The more I learn of your circle, the more I see a tangle of nested manipulations.
Kain handed them their victory. They sought to topple the pillars, and he was their willing instrument.
Or was he their unwilling pawn? Would it blunt your wrath to know that Kain's dilemma was calculated to bring the pillars down, regardless of the choice he made? And that the devastation would have been even greater had he chosen the path you would prescribe for him?
You are a subtle, deceitful creature. But your clever arguments do not absolve Kain. He must die for the pillars to be restored. There is no other way.
Then consider this more ominous possibility. What if Kain's death does not restore the pillars? Consider that it may simply be too late, that this world may be beyond redemption, and that you may be bound here eternally.
With the spirit room she goes, but however, we could follow. Hi.
Why do you hound me, demon? You can see that I am captive here. Show me some mercy.
Like the mercy you showed your fellow Guardians when you set Kain on them? Or the mercy you showed Kain when you kept him ignorant of his destiny while you used him as the scourge of the Circle? Or perhaps like the mercy you showed your beloved Naprapta when you made him Kain's first kill?
You are cruel. Why do you torment me?
I'm merely looking for answers, Ariel. Ah, very well. I'll leave you in peace. But know this about you and this purgatory from which you long to escape. You're merely at the threshold.
Poor Ariel. Take these. So you're right about now. If the pillars are all corrupted still, I believe right now he is out and about. Or has just been recently been resurrected again as the vampire guy we know and love. Anyway. Demon. Ow. Ah. Balls. Whoa. So, yeah, the fire demons. You've got the green sword dudes, the lightning dudes, the poison gas dudes, and then the fire ones. Let's try this again. So. There we go. Like to come back to life, please. Into the rings we go. Because once again, time to backtrack through the entire map. And I am not gonna find them if I don't have to. Yeah, been kinda brokey.
Raziel, the failed assassin. You had Kain at your mercy, but lacked the courage to fulfill the act. And now you see the wasteland wrought by the tyrant's hand, by his selfish decision to preserve his own life, even when it meant sacrificing the whole world. This is the fate of Nosgoth, as long as Kain remains alive.
An ironic condemnation, given this guilty sin. One would think you'd torn down the pillars single-handedly. What are you trying to obliterate as you drag your loathsome body through this chamber? And why, as Nosgoth descends into madness and misery, do you appear to thrive? Things in this world, I am learning, are rarely what they seem. You, apparently, are no exception.
I am the engine of life, the source of Nosgoth's very existence. I am the hub of the wheel, the origin of all life, the devourer of death.
Or maybe you're just hungry. Could it be as simple as that? Wouldn't that be poetic irony? The great adversary of the vampires turns out to be the biggest parasite of them all.
Do not test my patience, Raziel. I made you, and I will unmake you if I become so inclined.
As your agent, I am beyond death.
There are fates worse than death, Raziel.
Oh, I see you now as you truly are. A cancer, a spooling parasite burrowed deep in the heart of this world.
Go now. Play out your pitiful rebellion and take your place among the destroyed, the used, and the damned. But know this, you are mine for eternity. You have always been, and will always be, my soul Reaver.
Roll credits. Doing anything for fighting? No. Other than souls, not really. talking about doing too much to be in it, but he has a... Raziel has a far more better understanding of events now, thanks to his, we're learning about the ancient vampires, a bit more of the pillars, and now how time can be bent with the Reavers. So he's far more wary about everything. Yeah, this is the Elder God. He's the reason why Raziel is back in his blue decrepit form after being thrown into the abyss. And spending God knows how long being burned in water. Get back, I do the same thing again. In case of Raziel's case, the Elder God needed an agent. And then, because Raziel literally ended up in front of where the Elder God was residing at that time. And just told him, your bloodthirst hunger has now been replaced with a hunger for souls. And for every soul you kill will feed the will of fate, or the engine of life, whatever he calls it. I.e. him. And also go kill Kain while you're at it. Where do I... I thought Raziel said how while the world has fallen to misery and madness in its current state, while the god seems to be thriving. That is important. I need a darkness font. Where do I go to get the darkness font? Ah, there we go. Ow. Oh, hush. And then I can't really die. What you can best is do is to sit, dissipate him. between being a wraith and his vampiric nature, Raziel is very difficult to kill. Kale will put Raziel down, he just returns back in the spectral realm, or shifts into the spectral realm, where he can then recover, and if he's beaten there, he just gets dissipated, and then he will eventually combine himself again. So in the case of the first game that happened, you got sent back to the Elder God, where he will put you back together. Keeps coming back, yep. As long as he has a portal out of the spectral realm, he can keep coming back. Look at these ugly ass things. I think they're another type of demon. So we're running in a rhythm. That seems to be the case. The demons seem to want to. Because, I mean, they keep howling his name whenever they appear. They go, but, Elder God is getting a little impatient with Raziel because he's not doing what he wants. Mobius is dead, so don't know about him in a moment. But the Elder God is definitely losing his patience with Raziel not doing what he wants as his servant, quote unquote. All the hunters.
The passage of time had indeed cleared my way forward, enabling me to explore the northern mountains of Nosgoth. I was anxious to discover if some evidence of Janos Audron's existence might still remain.
Right, up to the mountains we go.
There's one.
Doggo. I'm sorry, doggy. Ow. I need your soul though. Oh dear. Stop blocking, please. destroy? Apparently not. Superhumanly powerful vampire man. Stopped by a simple, by a dude of a sword. More likely than you think. Just keep spamming attacks, we'll get him eventually.
Here I discovered the quaint hamlet of Ustenheim, now long abandoned and collapsing into ruin. Legend claimed that Janos Ordren terrorized its villagers until the Sarafan hunters ferreted him out and destroyed him. If there was any truth to the old tales, the lair of the infamous vampire could not be far away.
Must be a nuisance. Bugger. Sorry, Dougie. Don't mind at this church in the middle of the an abandoned town is fitted with this very vampire saving MacGuffin. Flee! I've had the choice. I've been using the Reaver more. Problem is, it kills me if I use it too much. Which is that ring that keeps building up around my health. Actually, I can show it. I say it's getting more powerful with each swing. Oh crap. You see it's draining my health very slowly. Oh. When we mended the Reaver in the chapel the first visit of it, when we first got the Wraith Blade, sorry, don't do that. We could only summon it when we were at full health. And that was the only time we could use it, and if we got hurt, it vanished. But when it was out, it sustained us and made us not lose our health. And then we go into the time period before. And so, after putting the Reaver together, the Reaver became significantly much more powerful in its control over Raziel, and forced him to remend the Reaver. And then, in the process of doing it, it became much more powerful, at the cost of becoming from a symbiotic weapon to a parasitic weapon. I just need to stand around and slowly gain my health back. Also, them being able to summon at will, so that's nice.
Kill it!
There's a thing I've Raziel described it. If the Reaver has been roused or used too much, it turns its hunger against him.
This edifice was clearly not crafted by human architects. As the figure beneath the balcony silently attested, these were the aeries of winged beings. Undoubtedly, I stood before the mountain refuge of the legendary Janos Ordren, but the entire sanctuary lay in ruin, collapsed under the force of some ancient cataclysm. As I suspected, the time streamer's deception ensured that I was centuries too late to unearth anything of consequence here. With nothing behind me but the wasteland I had traversed, I resolved to press on and explore these canyons further. Oh no. Every time you turn up, something monumental and terrible happens. I don't think I have the stomach for it.
No drama this time, Raziel.
You are persistent, crossing time like this to follow me. Still waiting for that coin of yours to land on its edge.
I'm biding my time. I see that Mobius has played a little trick on you.
Yes, he clearly doesn't want me to meet this Janos Ordren.
Perhaps. Or maybe he merely hoped that it would harden your heart against me, to see this wasteland which I single-handedly authored.
My heart doesn't need hardening, Kain. If I even suspected that destroying you would make any difference, I would do it this instant.
I knew you'd see through them, Raziel. Janos is indeed the key to your destiny, but you'll need to find your own way back into Nosgoth's past. Make no mistake, though, Raziel. You and I are now in great danger. We are irritants here. Malevolent forces are being marshaled to eliminate us.
You talk as though we're allies.
Regardless of your sentiments, Raziel, in their eyes, we are.
Well, they're certainly trying to eliminate you, Kain. There can be no doubt of that. I am assaulted relentlessly with demands for your demise. Whatever it is that you're plotting, they're scared to death of you. As for me, I suspect they made a grave error when they allowed my unique resurrection. I don't think they know how to destroy me.
You mustn't underestimate them, Raziel.
And who exactly is this diabolical they to which we keep referring? If there's some grand conspiracy going on, the right hand doesn't appear to know what the left is doing. Even Mobius seems to be caught out at every turn.
Mobius is a puppet, Raziel. Haven't you realized that yet? That's the sweetest irony in all of this. Nosgoth's great manipulator is their plaything. But the ones pulling the strings haven't shown their faces yet.
They don't like us unwriting their carefully choreographed history, though, do they?
You must understand, Raziel, we haven't unwritten history, we've merely rewritten it. The future flows around our petty actions, finding the path of least resistance, while admitting only the slightest alterations. This is the reshuffling you felt when you refused to kill me. And remember, Raziel, we are irritants in this regard as well. History will not allow the introduction of a paradox.
And if events cannot be reshuffled to accommodate the change?
It is the irritant who's expelled. Bear in mind that this may be exactly the outcome our enemies are trying to provoke. We must tread very carefully.
Lore. Right, progression is that way, and I want a slightly different Reaver. Oh crap. Oh, I can't get back yet. Never mind. Ow. 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 Hailing a man on his the half of a pole arm like that. See you later, nerds. Oh boy. Give me a salt. I need it. Alright, got one of those eyes. I need this. We go.
The scenes I discovered here were unambiguous. This race of winged beings, the architects of the pillars and the creators of the Reaver, were Nosgoth's first vampires. Their bloodthirst appeared to be a curse, inflicted upon them by their vanquished enemies. These images confirmed the truths that Kain had divulged to me, but I had been too incredulous to accept. I struggled in vain to see how the pieces fit together. How Kain intended to escape the dilemma of his destiny, and what role he had plotted for me, and why Mobius and the dark powers with which he seemed to be allied were so desperate to see Kain dead, and so intent on me being the instrument of his execution.
That. Anyway, time for another place to get another Reaver upgrade. Give me your souls. And all the depictions of the Reaver. Okay. Alright. We have elemental fonts of dark and light down there. We've got to bring it up here and tap at these things of it. Downside. There's no way to climb back up. And if we want to climb out, we need some shenanigans. Looks creepy. Yeah. I mean, it's a spooky temple made by vampires. Damn, 2 bots defeated today. Yeah. Give me some. There we go. Grab the axe. Okay. There we go. Right. Time for the gimmick of this place. Wind. Come on. Whee! Like that. All right. Stop looking at me. Oops. Over this way. Be quick about it. Turn off the Reaver. Because I remember there being a stipulation if you bring the light to these shadow bridges, it turns them off. Like, Oh, never mind. Anyway. The ugly ass face. And vampire's heart. The still beating heart. That ain't right. Why is there just a black cube? Hmm. Very strange. Whee! Alright. That's one of three. Again, it's very convenient we have the powers needed to deal with this place. Holy this is out of sword right now. Oh, come on. Block over here. Grab this. Whee! My blood. Blocks. I genuinely don't understand what are the blocks. Also, Raziel learning from last time. Don't be in the way of the thing that blows wind. Minecraft blocking might as well be. I don't know why that's the case. It's very out of place. Yes. That's not meant to be there. Yum, yum, yum. I need a light to go over. Oh, I need dark light, which... Oh, right, I remember. Because wind has no effect on you in the spectral realm. I'll understand here. How's everyone doing? As we take this moment to just stand about and wait for our health to regenerate. Doing good spelunking away? That's fine. Hi, friends. That. That. Press that. Okay, now that's what you're drawing. Or making, rather. I don't know. You could be making something. Green heart. Is you carrying a chippy? What are you doing a chippy of? With all three lit and activated, we're gonna do this. That. Myself? Alright. Fair enough. Having fun with it. Boot that. There we go.
As the Reaver drained the forge of its vital energy, the tempest receded. I recovered myself and paused to admire my newly forged weapon, now imbued with the elemental power of air. Thus armed, I hoped that I now finally possessed the means to escape this wasted land.
More health. We're going to activate these things. Time for a small tutorial. As you can see, one soft cracked wall, broken.
This elemental Reaver I discovered had the power to obliterate barriers that were cracked or compromised. At last, I had the means to open that ruined time-streaming chamber I discovered so long ago in the swamp. Now, perhaps, I could leave this wasteland and return to an era when Janos Ordrin still lived.
However, that's probably it. Well, the moment I find a save point, that's probably when we have to stop. There's actually not very much left of this game left. There's a trip for the swamp. Or a trip back to the swamp, I should say, rather. Very nice. Yeah, trip back through, all the way to the swamp. Do a thing. Go all the way back this way. 2 puzzles and never walk back through. Also the caveat for the air Reaver, I fall slow and I'm gliding. Okay. need to get my way to a safe shrine. Out the way, demons. I have no business with you right now. Nope. I don't want that. There's no threat where you can just walk around them and ignore them entirely. When you get to the save point, then that's probably where I'll stop. And there we go. I'd say a rather significant amount of progress done in the game. I remember this game being much longer. Oh, but I guess it's the difference of actually knowing what to do with the puzzles, or at least remembering them rather well. Oh well. Oh, stretchy stretch. And you do that as well, Raziel, with your twin spines. Right. Switch screens. Let's see, here's anyone on who we can say hello to. Is Zan still on? Yes, yes he is. Enjoying watching stream. Thank you for watching in general. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna get something to eat. And I'll see you on next time. Next stream likely to be a Doom. While I still debate what to do after Dark Souls. We shall see. Until then, ta-ta.